All right, so looks like we are live. So yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Lecture Lab episode 148. So yeah, we are live right now, and so I hope you're all having a great weekend, and you've all had a nice week. So yeah, we are live right now. So let's see who's in the chat, shall we? So waiting for me in the chat right now is Blazing Shadow. Let's go and say hello to him, shall we? Hello there.
Okay.
Hello. Nice to hear you guys. How's it going?
Going very well.
That's great to hear. Blaze is on mute, I see.
Yeah, he's busy creating those AI generated Disney Pixar posters.
Oh yeah, those things. He sent me one of them, something like "Go Walk, Go Broke," something like that. That was pretty weird, I must say.
He made one about Disney losing the rest of Star Wars.
Well, I already do lose it one day. I mean, we should never should have it in the first place, should we? So yeah, Shadow, how's your week been?
Pretty well.
That's great to hear. Well. That's great to hear. When we've got more people joining, I'll ask you and Blaze what you guys have been watching this week, and I have to say what I've watched. And yeah, has Ozzy said he'll be joining us soon? Or will he be late?
He said yesterday he'll be at an event.
Okay.
Event.
No problem. That's fine. I hope he's well. And right now, guys, I have some company because behind me is Susie sat on my bed. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, she keeps me company pretty much all the time now, guys, really. I think one thing about moving to this new house, which has been great, is that my friendship with Susie has got so much better since moving here, because she won't leave my room at all these days.
Oh.
Yeah, she is very loyal. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely just amazing company. Just waiting on people to join in the comments now as well. Wonder where everyone is. And when it comes, of course, to what's going on today, apparently that if an anniversary Doctor Who special has released and all that, but the only thing I can say is, oh no! Anyway, because I simply do not care.
I just simply don't.
Yeah, I don't care about Doctor Who anymore. It's a dead franchise to me. I mean, who would name like an anniversary special called The Giggle? Who would name an episode that?
Sounds like a child came up with that title.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a child that came up with that title. And apparently it's like one of several episodes, which is ridiculous. Hey, Darth Prime, welcome. But it's a pretty quiet evening, I must say. And today's been pretty fun because I got some pretty cool things today from Manchester. So yeah, and I'll show you guys. It's quite a lot as well today, which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a shame that Ozzy can't make it because he's, at this event, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Only today.
Sorry, what, Shadow?
I only got one thing this week, I mean.
Well, I'm sure that it'll be one thing, but worth it.
Yep.
And I've been playing more of Lego Ninjago Movie, the game, and I'm up to just exploring the open worlds now because apparently the open world are literally the levels, aren't they, for some reason?
Yep.
Which, I mean, I will say, though, that they did it better than Lego Movie 2 because at least characters have powers and abilities, don't they?
They do.
So there is that at least. But I kind of wish they did the levels like the traditional Lego style where, it's a fixed camera, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not the 360 degrees one. Because I think, the fixed camera is just iconic for Lego games, and it should have stayed like that, really. But I kind of feel like it's a new thing in, Lego games now, isn't it, really? Because in Lego DC ones, they had it in the boss fight, didn't they? And Then, of course, it was a whole thing in Lego Movie 2's game, unfortunately, because that game to me is garbage. And then, of course, Skywalker Saga has it as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And hey, Declan. I mean, the downside to Skywalker Saga is, unless you check, if you got True Jedi status at the top of the screen, you can't tell if you're doing a level or free play. You just can't tell if you're playing for a story.
Yeah.
Hi, Joseph. Welcome. So I kind of feel that they should have just kept the traditional fixed camera style for Lego games, really, because it helps.
I agree.
Yeah, because it sets apart, a level and the open world, really. I mean, I've not got a problem with it being, 360 degrees in the open world because it allows you, to see what's around you easier, really. I mean, one thing that I struggled with in Lego Harry Potter was finding the collectibles in Hogwarts because it's a fixed camera angle, and you'd have to, find the locations going through, one by one until you want to get to the right one, really. Yo, Blaze. And it took me lots of practice to actually memorize the rooms in Hogwarts for both versions of Lego Harry Potter as well. But I managed to platinum both of them, so if you guys need help with platinum both Lego Harry Potter games, you'll let me know and I'll tell you what to do.
Are you check who I posted on my chat?
It's one of those AI things, Blaze.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Need for Speed. Okay.
Since a remake is announced anyway.
Apparently. Hey, my Dorlet, welcome. So now we've got a considerable amount of audience members watching. I might tell you guys what I watched this week. So on Sunday, I rewatched Home Alone for its review, and I love that film to this day. Always will do. Never going to change. And after that, I actually watched several new films this week. New ones. So let me check what I said on the movies channel for what I've seen this week and scroll through it. So let's see from me. Okay. Oh, yeah, I also watched Invincible as well on that night as well, and I loved it. Mainly because my favourite voice actor, Peter Cullen, was in it.
Yep, best episode of the series so far.
For me, absolutely.
Oh.
Loved it.
Well, I guess I could say best of the season.
Yeah, I think so. And then on Monday, I managed to watch the new Mortal Kombat film, Mortal Kombat Legends Cage Match, and I loved it. These animated films, to me, are proof that Mortal Kombat's films are better in animation for me because they have the same spirit as the games. I feel that since the 1995 movie, the live-action Mortal Kombat stuff is just downhill, really. Unfaithful and also trash because of, an MK Abomination, as I nickname it. But these animated films for me, to me, are much better, and they have the spirit of the games. So I definitely really love Cage Match, and I also wanted to watch it because it's Gilbert Gottfried's final film as well, which he did the voice for as Johnny Cage's manager, and he was actually really hilarious. I mean, because Shadow, when he actually appears, he never starts saying the word effing, and he was just so funny. Like, I was laughing my head off at Gilbert. So I think it's true to say that in his final film, he gave us all one last laugh. I think that's what I'll say. And he definitely went out with a bang because his character was really funny, and also it interested him because there's a plot twist around his character as well. So I definitely love that. Then after that, on the 21st, I then also watched The Killer, a new Netflix movie directed by David Fincher, and I absolutely loved it. I think David Fincher showed lots of his skills as a crime and psychological thriller director on the table in this film. And Michael Fassbender absolutely nailed it as the main character, who is literally called The Killer. Like, wow, just how I'd imagine a serial killer to be, really. He nailed it. I mean, Michael Fassbender's one of my favorite actors of all time, so I knew he'd nail it, as he always does, and he most definitely did in this. So
he also definitely redeemed himself after the last movie he did.
Of course.
Dark Phoenix.
Of course he did. I mean, put it this way, I do hate Dark Phoenix, but I think he was one of the very few good things about it, even though I feel he was wasted in that movie, unfortunately. Poor Michael. But thankfully, in this, you know, he got a chance to shine as in a lead role.
Yep.
And I think the film did a great job showing you what the point of view is like of a killer. I think he did a really great job with it. So that film gets a 4 10 out of 10 from me.
That scores me.
Then after that, I saw another Netflix film, which is actually an animated one, and it's produced by one of my favorite comedians of all time, Adam Sandler, and that is Leo. And I thought this film was decently good, in my opinion. And I think thanks to Adam Sandler's dramatic roles he's done, you know, like Uncut Gems and Hustle and stuff like that, he's one of those film directors filmmakers who produces in today's mad world. I still trust Adam Sandler in today's mad world. I also plan to check out his live action film he did this year called You're Not So Invited to My Bar Mitzvah, I think it's called. I want to watch that because I heard he had acclaim, especially his performance in it. And I also, as well, am definitely very excited for his upcoming sci-fi film called Spaceman as well, which I'm definitely very excited for too. It's a shame it got delayed for no reason whatsoever due to that strike. Ugh. Which is very unfortunate, but I thought Leo was decently good in my opinion. Yeah, you're not wrong, Declan. That'd be the absolute worst of that franchise. Ugh. I absolutely hate Dark Phoenix. So yeah, I think Adam did a very good job voicing the title character, and Bill Burr was also funnier as his sidekick as well in this as well, I must say too. And the other bad qualities I have is I kind of feel the film has way too much product placement, really, stuff like that. I kind of feel it handles it way too much. And I also as well did not like at the start of the film, I did not like the supply teacher. I thought she was very unlikable. But I like how as film progressed, she became more and more likable towards the students in her class. That's what I'll say.
And yeah, the fact that the movie was a musical kind of ruined it for
That
me.
was weird. I think it would have been better just as a comedy, not as a musical, really. But I will say, though, that despite it being a musical, Adam Sandler is actually a pretty good singer for his, singing parts in this, I must say. Rest of the cast, too. But yeah, the film to me is decently good. High exalted nerd. Yeah, Adam Sandler doesn't deserve the hate that he gets. He's a great comedian. And I think he's also amazing in his dramatic roles too as well, which he can definitely pull off fantastically, in my opinion. I mean, my favourite role of his is Uncut Gems. So what does that tell you? And then on the 23rd, which of course was Doctor Who Day, but of course to me Doctor Who is a dead franchise, so I don't care about that. Instead of being excited for Doctor Who, I watched a film from 2002, which is The Pianist. And I was very keen to watch this because I heard it got great reviews, and because Adrian Brody won the Oscar for his film, and he's actually the youngest recipient of the Oscar at the age of 29 when he got the Oscar for it. So, and Shadow, you spoke very highly of this film as well, so I gave it a watch, taking your word for it, and I think it's an absolute masterpiece for Pianist. And Vladislav Spillman is definitely my favorite role of Adrian Brody. Definitely, to me, his best performance ever.
Can't argue with that.
And he definitely deserved the Oscar as well. But he won for it. And then yesterday, guys, I finally got around to watching a film that came out this year, which I was keen to watch, but unfortunately, I got delayed from watching it due to work commitments. And that is, of course, Oppenheimer. And as far as I'm concerned, that film is also one of this year's masterpieces.
That is my favorite cinematic experience this year.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, mine's Mario so far. But yeah, this film was amazing. I mean, considering it was only about the atomic bomb, how it was made, I think it was very intense from start to finish, and the cast that Christopher Nolan assembled was fantastic in my opinion. Many of which have my favorite roles with some of the actors in it. Like, for example, Alden Ehrenreich and Florence Pugh, for example, those is my favorite roles of those two. And Cillian Murphy was also great as J. Robert Oppenheimer himself, and Robert Downey Jr. was also great as Louis Strauss as well. And there's many other great actors in this, just to name a few, like a huge cast in this, and
absolutely.
And I think as well that, despite being 3 hours, it was fantastically paced as well, in my opinion. Didn't feel that long to me. I think it was very well paced. And Christopher Nolan delivers as always. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, guys, he's never, to me, failed in a single film I've seen from him. And this one was definitely no exception. So, this to me is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
100%.
Loved it. So yeah, that's my watch this week. Shadow, what details have you watched this week? Because Blair's on mute, isn't he? So you go for it.
Yeah, there was the Leo.
Same time. Yeah, didn't you watch it the day before me?
Decent movie. Yeah, I saw when you watched The Killer.
Yeah. And you thought same as me, decently good, but didn't really work as a musical, did it?
It did not.
Yeah.
I mean, many of the scenes I kind of actually cringed.
Yeah, it was pretty weird actually, to be honest, seeing it really. Goodness me.
I think it's a musical wasn't needed.
Yeah, it weren't needed. I got some fruity, guys, watermelon and mango.
But yeah, the animation was top notch. I'll say.
Yeah, it was.
The kids were likable.
Yeah, they were. And I must say, that playground scene in the film, the animation that looks so realistic in my opinion. It looked like it was live action. Very realistic, I must say.
And I would say that probably the funniest scenes were the ones with drone.
Yeah, that drone was so funny. Hey, Alexander, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for welcoming me.
Alexander.
Yeah, welcome. If you want to know what's going on, Alexander, Shadow's telling us what he's been watching this week, movie-wise.
And of course, me and Ozzy rewatched Toy Story.
Yeah, because when's the anniversary this week?
Yeah, the 20th anniversary.
28. I feel like I'm getting old. Because I was born 4 years after it came out, so yeah, I feel like I'm getting old.
And then, what else did I see?
Didn't you watch that new Bob Burgers movie?
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's all Good Burger 2.
Good Burger 2, yeah.
And it's equally as great as the first movie.
Equally as great. So, would you say it's one of the best examples of a late sequel, Shadow?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Really, Declan? That's cool.
And Kel and Keenan still got it.
That's great. I should really check out these films one day, the two of them. But it's definitely proof that, sometimes a late sequel can work.
And also, just like with FNAF, the director of Good Burger 2 has my respect because he didn't add any woke BS.
Thank God for that. Oh yeah, Josh Hartnett was really great in Oppenheimer, wasn't he? Really great.
Yeah,
hey Maria, you've been listening to us. That's pretty cool. Feel free to come and join the chat if you want to. You're very welcome if you want to, Maria. You're welcome to join us if you want to, if you're not busy.
Yeah, Oppenheimer has my second favorite role of Josh behind the faculty.
Lily is down there in a bed sleeping. I mean, I've got Susie in my bed over here. And she's having a sleep because she's really tired. But I'm sure Lily might come and say hello eventually when she wakes up. But yeah, she's really tired right now, though. So, Alexander, how's your week been?
It's not been too good of a week.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that whatever problem you're having can get resolved and your upcoming week will be better.
Well, thank you. Well, it's just that I got ill again.
Oh no.
But I'm recovering.
Well, that's great to hear. I hope you make a full recovery as soon as possible.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was one thing I hate in life, guys, is being ill. I hate it. I hate being ill.
Yeah, well, because you can't. I don't have time in my life to be ill right now, to be honest, because I have so many studies and I have so many places to be and so many things to do that I can't do anything when I'm ill, and that just takes time away from my life,
Yeah, it's not nice, is it? I mean,
yeah.
If I'm ill, I can't exercise, but I can still do YouTube videos because all I got to do is sit here at my desk and do them. But if it involves my voice, then that can be a problem because I'll probably have a croaky voice, really, which is very annoying.
Well, I don't have any problem with my voice. It's
Yeah.
the virus that I contracted affected my head somehow. So I'm constantly having like a headache and feeling very
Ouch.
dizzy. That's the problem.
That's very unfortunate. Oh dear, sorry to hear that, Exalted, and hope you get well soon. And so, when it comes to my week, though, aside from watching films, though, you know, work's been going well, and you know, I'm really enjoying my current job and stuff like that. And in terms of games, guys, as I mentioned to Shadow earlier, I've been playing more of Lego Ninjago Movies game, and I think it's, you know, an underrated game in my opinion. And what I will say is, but one thing I do love about it is how it has characters from a TV show who are not in the film in the game. I love that.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering, Shadow, for example, I managed to unlock Master Chen and Moro.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And you know, when it comes to the races in the game, Shadow, one character who I used who has definitely been so handy is Griffin. I use Griffin for the races
Yeah, I think I used him a lot too.
because he's a speedster. Is he the only speedster in the game? Or is there others too? 'Cause if there is, I'll use others.
I think so, but I think you can also customize his ability as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or actually, I also do think that some of the Time Twins might actually have this ability as well.
Well, that's cool.
Like I think Crux.
That's cool.
Right?
And when it comes to Ninjago villains, well, guys, it's hard for me to choose who you know, how I'd rank them. I mean, my favourite, of course, is Lord Garmadon, no question. I mean, my second favourite, well, that's tough. I might probably go with Moro, maybe.
Me personally, I think I'd have to go with Pythor.
Or Pythor. You know, it's hard, really. I like Pythor as well, and Master Chen as well, but it's difficult, really.
Third favorite to me is Harumi.
Harumi, huh. I definitely love Moro's story, though, in the show, that is.
And I think I've put Tomorrow as number 4, and number 5. Man, I don't know.
Oh, Maria's here. Welcome, Maria.
Hello, Maria.
Hey, hello, everybody. How's everybody?
Doing very well. Thank you for joining us, Maria.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to join you when I can, huh?
Yeah, it is always a pleasure to have you here, and we've been doing pretty well so far. That is, it's gone pretty well. In a few minutes, I was showing you guys what I got this week from Manchester, a city of Manchester, because I went shopping today. And I don't know if you saw last week's stream, Maria, but we got to interview a voice actor, which was Gary Chalk. Do you know Gary Chalk?
No, I don't. You got him on the stream?
Yeah, he came onto the stream last week, and we interviewed him. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. He was awesome.
That's so nice.
Yeah, and just like you, Maria, he's from Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, he was born in the UK, but he spent most of his life in Canada, and he currently lives there now. Yeah.
Anywhere specific, like in Canada?
I don't know.
West Coast, East Coast?
I don't know exactly where he said. I mean, didn't he say like British Columbia or something like that, Shadow?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
he
Vancouver.
might have said that.
West
Yeah.
side.
I mean, that's cool because Vancouver is my favorite Canadian city of all time.
Really?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think Vancouver's is to me a very underrated city. But I would.
I think we're gonna have to disagree with here. I can't stand like the cloudiness and you're always wet. So.
I mean, I'd love to visit it one day.
No, that's wonderful. I mean, I know a lot of people who just love Vancouver as well.
Yeah, including me, and I mean, and don't get me wrong, I also love Toronto as well, and Ottawa and Montreal.
Oh, I'm going to Montreal in a couple of days, actually.
Very nice.
I finally got some vacation time, so.
That's cool. I hope you have a great one, Maria.
Thank you.
Yeah. So when it comes to what you're up to, Maria, have you been doing more of your puppets recently? You know those dolls you make. Have you been making more of those?
Yes, I have.
That's cool.
I think the last one I did. Why am I hearing myself?
I think it's an echo problem.
It's an echo thing.
Yeah, it happens quite a few times. I don't know what's going on.
Is it me?
I didn't
We
hear
don't-
I didn't see
I
echo
don't-
then. I didn't hear you then, Maria. So hopefully it's fixed now or something. But your Discord messes up sometimes. I mean, you said it was acting up before when you were coming on, didn't you?
Okay.
So
Okay, so I did a Sailor Jupiter.
Did you? That's cool.
Yeah, I have yet to finish Anakin Skywalker Sith mode.
Well, good luck with finishing it off. Hope it all goes well for you, Maria.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, do these take a lot of time to do?
Yeah, so these take about 2 weeks to do. Each
2
one
weeks.
Of them.
Wow. Well, I'm sure the wait is definitely worth it, and it's. I mean, do you enjoy doing it as well, Maria?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
absolutely. I wouldn't do
that's
it
cool.
if I didn't enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great then. Yeah, it's definitely good to do something that you enjoy. Really, absolutely. So,
So
mean,
I have been. What have I been doing lately? It's like I've been on Dreaming Tabitha's art stream.
I'll have you. That's cool. Yeah,
Last one?
Tabitha's awesome.
Tabitha is amazing.
Yeah, she is very very nice lady, and I've watched several of her videos. She's really nice.
So she's going to be having another one, but I will not be joining this time.
Ah.
Coming
No worries.
next week. Yeah, next Thursday, I think she has one. So, but yeah, apart from that, just work, paying the bills. You know?
Yeah. You said it, but
Adulting.
you said you don't like being ill because you got bills to pay, Maria. So yeah, I know how you feel. I mean, I hate being ill too. It's not nice at all.
Adulting. That's what happens when you adult.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting on a bit, so maybe I'll get more and more ill. Who knows? I mean, hopefully that will be the case because I exercise every day, so hopefully I should be okay.
No, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, guys, I should be going back to the gym, so hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I tried to go one day, but unfortunately it was shut, so that really sucked. And it's a shame because it's near my new home. So yeah. Isn't it really annoying how you want to go somewhere new, but it's shut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
And when it comes, of course, to this whole move as well, it's pretty much going pretty well now, really. I feel like I've settled properly, and yeah, I feel pretty happy now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And if you're wondering as well, Maria, both the cats now, I feel like my friendship with my cats has improved a lot since we moved to because they won't leave my room now at all. Neither of them will. I mean, during the whole day, Lily will sleep on my bed for a whole day when I'm at work. So, and Susie as well.
Aww.
Yeah. They're definitely just
So
amazing company. And a few weeks ago, Marie, I was also as well thinking of asking everyone, you know, would you want to see like a 1 hour video of the cats just being the cats, their usual selves?
Oh yeah. I'm such a cat person, so yes, I would love to see a video like that.
I mean, because when I asked Shadow about it, you know, would he want to see a video? Shadow told me yes, because seeing the cats is worth every second, didn't you, Shadow?
Oh yeah, then.
Yeah, and would you take an hour of a cat, Shadow, or more?
I would, or actually, I just give me as much time as possible, really.
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
Therapy session. Free therapy right there.
Yeah. Oh, Susie's asleep right now, guys. She's fast asleep. I mean, even if it's like an hour of her sleeping, I'm sure you'd love it too. Wouldn't you seeing a cat sleeping?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's very
cat
adorable.
Purring.
Yeah, it's just really cute, really, seeing her sleeping, and it makes me happy too that she's settled as well. Because the last thing I want is for my cats to be not happy with this new house, but they've settled in for the past couple of months, well, thankfully. And it seems as well they won't leave my room either. So yeah, it seems this might be their favorite room in the house.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it is. It's just so adorable. Yeah. Aww. Really, Declan, that's interesting. Where Batman gets killed by a drunk soldier. How would he even be able to kill Batman? He's Batman. Because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you know, it's very hard to kill Batman because he's Batman. That's the simple answer. Because he's Batman. And that being said, guys, looks like we're halfway into stream, so I bet you guys are ready to see what I got this week, aren't you?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And Blaze,
Oh yeah.
and Blaze knows what I got too because I showed him before the stream when I got back. So yeah, he's probably definitely excited to see you guys' reaction as well. So, but in terms of unboxings, well, if you guys saw my action figure channel earlier, I unboxed I unboxed my figure of Penguin from the Batman movie from last year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it is, and they did a very good job recreating, you know, Colin Farrell's face for it, you know, with the makeup. You know, it's hard to tell it's Colin Farrell in that role. Really hard to tell it's Colin Farrell. Don't look anything like him. That's how great the makeup is for it. Really great.
Yeah, that is the magic of makeup.
The magic of it, yeah. Real magic. You don't need CGI, do you? But that's proof of it, really. I think it's brilliant. And then as well, guys, I got some video games as well this week. Now, one of them is a PS4 game, exchange actually from Xbox One to PS4, for like an action stealth franchise, which I've already been collecting the games for recently. And that, of course, is Hitman 3.
Nice.
Yeah, because I really love the Hitman franchise. It's pretty cool, and yeah, this is the latest game of it. Because they've done like a reboot trilogy of it so far, guys, which is interesting. So, yeah, get involved. And then I got several PS3 games as well, guys. Because I don't know if you've seen my previous streams, Maria, but I got a PS3 when I came back to my streams as well. When I came back after an internet problem.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I've been getting loads of games for that. And these guys have been really happy to see what I got, especially Shadow. I mean, Shadow, you were definitely really happy when I got Lego Clone Wars, weren't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So the first PS3 game that I got, guys, is a game which is based on an animated sitcom, and this was back when this sitcom was good as well, guys, And I'll let you guys guess what it is by singing its theme tune, which is The Simpsons game on PS3. This game's my childhood, guys. I'm going to relive happy memories of this game.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it is. And it's also so sad how this game is so much better than today's Simpsons. It's really sad.
That really is perfect.
Yeah, this game's from 2007, guys, isn't it? And it's so much better than today's, you know, current day Simpsons. And then, guys, I got two games in the.
Show me something that's not.
Sorry, what, Maria?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, and then, guys, I got two games in another PlayStation franchise. Well, it's mostly an exclusive franchise for older stuff, and this is, of course, a franchise of Metal Gear Solid, which is created by one of my favorite directors of games, which is Hideo Kojima, and that is Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, and Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I've heard great things about these two games, so I got them, and apparently Metal Gear Solid 4 had universal acclaim.
Revengeance!
Yeah, even Blaze praised Revengeance, and apparently this fourth game, guys, had lots of praise from everyone, so I'm going to see what Buzz is about.
Very cool.
Yeah, indeed. And then, guys, I got two games in a franchise like Insomniac. And no, guys, it's not Spider-Man because they didn't do any PS3 games for Spider-Man, did they? So this is actually for another one of my franchises, which is actually two games of Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty and Tools of Destruction. So yeah, I got.
Wow.
Yep, we want to get into this franchise. And then, guys, I got another video game, which is actually a superhero game based on a character from the early days of the MCU, actually. And as a bit of a clue, guys, we interviewed the voice of this character in the game on the channel on one of the streams.
Is it Iron Man?
No, it's not Iron Man. I don't think we interviewed any voice actors for Iron Man in from the games, did we?
Oh yeah, maybe not.
Because you know the two games based on the films. The first game, Iron Man #2 was voiced by Steven Stanton, and then the second game it was Eric Loomis. So, Joseph, Exalted Nerd, and Darth Vader right because it's the Hulk game from 2008, based on a 2008 movie.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And this game is also from my childhood too, guys, as well. I played this a lot when I was a kid. I love this. And it's also a game that I appreciate a lot because it has the Hulk I know in it, not today's Hulk. And also, guys, Bruce Banner's also voiced by Ed Norton, this too. So we got Ed Norton back for it. And Ed Norton to me is the only live action Hulk I can accept in the movies of the MCU. Ed Norton all the way. Because as some of you guys may or may not know, nowadays I can't stand Mark Ruffalo. I really can't. Because not only do I think his Hulk is a joke nowadays, I think he's also a douchebag in real life as well.
that's so sad.
Yeah, it's very sad. Really sad because I liked him in other projects, but now I just can't stand him as a person because he's done some nasty things on Twitter. And he shot over you, Shorby, didn't you?
Yep.
So yeah, he has no respect from me.
Of course, he's a woke activist nowadays too.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's what he's been showing me. You've shown me what
yeah.
he's been saying, and that's really upset me. It's broke my heart because because I liked him in other things, and look what he's done. He's lost respect from me. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, guys, Ed Norton to me is the Hulk, not Mark Ruffalo. And if I'm to be honest, I think the Hulk in this 2008 film is what we needed in Endgame, if I'm to be honest.
Yep, more of that.
Yeah, I'd rather have that over Mark Ruffalo any day. And if you guys wondering what my favourite scene is in the 2008 movie, it's hands down the Hulk smash scene, hands down.
Agreed.
Especially because he's voiced by Lou Ferrigno in that scene as well, who also does the grunts as well. So I love how we got Lou Ferrigno to do a voice for Hulk in the movie. Because yeah, one thing we'll say is that one of the reasons why I tolerate Hulk in the first two Avengers movies is because he's voiced by Lou Ferrigno, isn't he? So that's why I tolerate Hulk in those two films. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Ed Norton to me is the only live action Hulk and Bruce Banner I can accept. Absolutely. And one day I might actually check out the Hulk TV show and the films with Lou Ferrigno in as well. Might check out those as well. And I have no doubt they're going to be better than today's Hulk. And then, guys, I popped into HMV to get some other Blu-rays. And one of them is actually coincidentally a film that I saw this week, which came out on Blu-ray as well, actually. So, do you guys want to guess what it is?
Oppenheimer?
Yeah, well done. It's Oppenheimer on Blu-ray.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, I watched it this week, and then, but just by shocking coincidence, it was on Blu-ray this week, so I went and grabbed it. So, yeah, that's Oppenheimer. And then I got a film collection for another franchise, which I actually checked out the old films for, after an actor from this franchise earned my respect for supporting Henry Cavill. And I'll let you guys guess what it is by singing the theme song, which is da na 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 na. Yeah, it's Star Trek.
Star Trek.
The movies, yeah. This is a big collection of
nice.
the 10 films. From the old films, and then of course the reboot trilogy in an alternate timeline. Yeah, there you go. The Final Frontier.
Very nice.
Yeah, because if you're wondering, Maria, I wanted to check out Star Trek because William Shatner, he showed support for Henry Cavill on Twitter, so he had my absolute respect for that.
No, respect for William Shatner and respect for Henry Cavill, man.
Oh yeah, Henry Cavill. Love Henry Cavill. Yeah, Henry's the man. Love Henry.
Has anybody seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
I've seen it. Yes.
I really want to see it. very badly.
I think it's decently good, Man with One Cut, and I think that film is also proof that Henry Cavill would be a perfect choice for James Bond if they were to consider him as James Bond.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, but of course, I don't really care about James Bond nowadays because I think No Time to Die was a good point for me to start with James Bond. To be honest, now.
Yep.
I have to say, they until probably 2010, I think they did pretty good in James Bond movies. I mean, you had your Sean Connery.
Certainly.
Respect for Sean Connery.
Yeah, Sean's my favorite James Bond, Maria. He's my favorite James Bond.
I really like Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, I think Pierce Brosnan's very underrated as James Bond. Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan was awesome.
Yeah, he was as Bond. Yeah, it's a shame that his time as Bond ended badly with Die Another Day, didn't it?
Oh God! Don't remind me of that.
Yeah, it's a horrible movie. If you guys not seen it, then don't, because you'd be wasting your time. It's horrible.
And also, the ending is so stupid. The ending of that movie is beyond stupid. Like,
yeah,
which one?
It's a James Bond film, Alexander, called Die Another Day with Pierce Brosnan. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Maybe I have. Maybe I've seen a few of the Pierce Brosnan ones.
Maybe. I mean, my favorite Pierce Brosnan Bond movie is GoldenEye.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love GoldenEye. Definitely one of my top favorite Bond movies of all time. Yeah.
And to me, the movie is a full-blown 10.
Yeah, I love GoldenEye. And then, guys, I got 3 steelbooks from Kex as well. Because as well as the Hulk game, I got 3 steelbooks too for movies. Well, actually, this first steelbook is actually for for a trilogy of superhero movies for a character in the MCU. So, do you want to take a guess at which character this trilogy I got this steelbook of films for?
Captain America?
No.
Thor?
No, because this character is actually my favorite Avenger.
Okay, then Iron Man.
Yeah. This is a steelbook for Iron Man's trilogy. Right there. When I take it out of this cardboard thing, yeah. There's, of course, the iconic helmet on the back. Yeah. There's Tony. Lights up too as well with the lighting, which is pretty cool. And then, guys, I got another sci-fi film as a steelbook, and this is actually a film which takes place before what is actually my favorite action movie of all time. And I'll give you guys a clue by knocking up the theme song of it on my desk, which is. Do you guys want to guess what it is?
Could you do that again?
There you go. I mean, people on the stream will probably heard it, but I don't know if you guys heard it or not.
No, I think Discord only let
I barely heard it.
few of the sounds.
Okay.
Not
Well,
all of them.
the people in my favorite action movie.
The Terminator.
Yep, the first Terminator movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So-
Actually, surprisingly, that's what I thought.
Well, you thought correctly. You thought correctly.
Yeah, but once again, I didn't hear the thing because only one of your fist hits went through on Discord, or only 2 of them. So
Really?
I couldn't really
That's
put it
strange.
together. What this?
I love that. I only heard that too.
Yeah, pretty weird that. But on the front board, guys, you have it, of course, the endoskeleton, and then on the back you have Arnie himself. And what's cool is his red eye actually lights up in the lighting, which is pretty cool. I love that. And then the last deal I got, guys, and this was definitely worth it. I was very happy to see this. Is actually for another superhero movie, another Marvel movie, and let's just say this film handles, bringing together like a shared multiverse is way better than the Flush.
No Way Home.
Yep, No Way Home.
Oh, God. I love that movie. That's such a good movie.
Yeah, here you go, guys. So, yeah, on the front, of course, you have Spider-Man in front of the portal of the mirror dimension, and on the back, his spider symbol. Although I will say that I feel that his spider symbol is lame to me. I think his symbol is lame.
Yeah.
But
Toby and Andrew are way better.
Yeah, absolutely. And inside it, of course, you have, the Mirror Dimension there. And on the 4K cover, you have Doc Ock and then Spider-Man on the Blu-ray one. But yeah. And then last up, guys, when it comes to merchandise, I got 2 figures, and I was definitely really glad to find these 2 because they're part of like a set of figures who had parts to build another character, and this and this is actually for a duo from my favorite show of all time. And you can probably guess what duo is, of course, the dynamic duo, if you will.
Batman Robin.
Yeah, it is. As it will appear in the show. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the Batman figure
Very
is also
nice. Very nice.
yeah, and the Batman figure is also slightly different to one I had before, which has the city background because it's a bit smaller and has a different design a little bit. So I'm happy about that, and it means now, guys, I can build Condiment King because I got the pieces. Because the other 2 figures that were needed were Mr. Freeze and Scarecrow, and I got those in the several weeks as they've gone by, and the last thing that I got, guys, was actually not like a figure or a game or a show or a movie or anything like that. It was actually something else for me because you know how I said I'm planning to go back to the gym soon, guys? Well, I need to get something, so I got some trainers.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
great.
Yeah.
so, and yeah, that's what they look like, guys. But like a dark green colour. And I thought I'd get these because my jumpsuit that I wear when I go to the gym is actually by Under Armour, the company. It's like a black jumpsuit, so yeah. That's what I wore today. You can see it in some of my videos I wear too, but yeah, I got trainers today.
Nice one.
Very good.
Yeah. So guys, now that I've shown you guys everything, have you got a personal favourite thing that I got?
The dynamic duo figures and Oppenheimer.
Very nice. To break it down, Shadow, have you got a favourite of the Steelbooks I just showed?
Terminator.
That's cool. Maria, would you say you got a favourite thing that I showed just then?
Oh, I love No Way Home, man. I'm such a big fan of that movie.
Yeah, I love No Way Home. It was definitely a great experience for me in 2021. Yeah, thanks, Joseph. Blaze, what was your favourite thing that I showed? If you can hear what we're saying here, he's on mute right now. I don't know if you heard me or not. Alexander, was there anything that you heard me getting that you were very fond with?
Maybe the Iron Man trilogy.
That's cool. I mean, I can't go with Iron Man because he's my favorite Avenger. I mean, but unfortunately, out of that trilogy, of course, it has Iron Man 3, and I'm not a fan of Iron Man 3. But I would rather, watch that all the current day MCU or.
Yep. And Iron Man 2 also just okay.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 to me is okay. The first one, boy, is a masterpiece. To me, one of the best MCU films, and it's a film that I really appreciate because without that film, we wouldn't have this franchise at all, this saga. And also, guys, because I've now got Oppenheimer, which I was very keen on getting and watching, of course, as I saw yesterday, it now means I can do a video showing my collection of my films by Christopher Nolan.
Nice.
Because I have a lot of his films on Blu-ray, a lot of them. That's cool, Donnie. And George, you're saying your favourites too, which is pretty cool. Very nice. Yeah, I definitely want to see the Simpsons game because it's a game I played when I was a kid on Xbox 360, and I have lots of fond memories of playing it. I think Blaze also told me that it's apparently an easy platinum too, so that'll be easy for me to do on it. So it'll probably be an example of a non-Lego game that I can platinum, hopefully. Oh, Alexander left us. Hope he's okay. Shadow, did you ever play the Simpsons game on PS3?
No, did not.
Oh, wow. Well, it's a pretty good game.
I'll see if I can find it.
I mean, it might be on that PS Plus thing that you use, hopefully. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, see if it's in the
Yeah, because you've told me that, of course, you've had a bit of an issue with your PSV because you need a new controller, don't you?
Yep, that's the only thing.
And I can imagine that, of course, your stores probably don't sell PSV controllers, do they?
Nope.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I can chop now, guys. Yeah, on DS, George.
I mean, everything you got is pretty cool.
Sorry, what, Marie?
Everything you got is pretty cool, so.
Yeah, that's pretty nice to say. I was happy to have got it all, yeah. Love eating chocolate. Oh, this is actually really nice and creamy for some reason. So is it trio? Yeah, good one. Maria, do they have Nestle chocolate in Canada for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, Nestle just do such delicious chocolate. Really delicious.
I'm more of a Kinder person. I really like Kinder.
Yeah, I like Kinder. It's really nice. But my favorite chocolate voice is Lindor by Lindt.
Lindt? Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I agree. Favorite chocolate, Lindt.
Yeah. Just like irresistible, really. Shadow, is Nestle chocolates in Norway for you?
Don't think I've seen that much.
Oh, well, if you do see it, I definitely would recommend it. It's delicious.
All right, then.
Welcome, Mark Alexander. Everyone okay?
Yeah, no, just the connection cut out, yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Connection issues are very annoying. Because unfortunately, last we were talking to Gary, there was a bit of a problem there. We were talking to Gary, sadly.
Yeah. I remember. With Gary Chalk, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gary Chalk. Yeah, he was definitely really awesome and fun to talk to. We actually spoke to him for nearly the entire stream array, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I love how he was very generous with his time. It was amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah. And we let him take his time with answering the questions because he's in his 70s, so I understand that if people are getting older, they're probably going to need more time to answer questions, because they'll need to think, won't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But what I love about it is just that they're just like acting like normal people. They're not posh.
Yeah, they are.
And
yeah, Gary was really polite when he came on. Very polite. So it was definitely a huge honor to talk to him, and he was really nice, and he even shared some pretty funny stories too as well, which we had a good laugh at.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
He shared many funny stories.
Yeah, and he also talked about working with other actors too as well, and he spoke very nicely about Kirby Morrow as well, his co-star, who we unfortunately lost way too soon.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Do you know, have you ever heard of Kirby Morrow, Maria, the voice actor Kirby Morrow?
No, I haven't, but I probably have heard him, like, act.
Well, have you ever seen Ninjago, Maria, the Lego series?
Okay.
Yeah, have you ever seen it?
He works in it. I can't say that I have.
Well, he's in as a character called Cole, my favourite character, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, Gary talked about how he worked with Kirby, how nice he was as a person, Kirby, and he talked about his experience on movies as well, which was pretty cool. He's been as well, and he was just amazing to talk to. And also, when it comes to these interviews that we're doing, I like to specialize in interviewing voice actors because I think today voice actors deserve more credit. So I want them to have lots of attention by coming on these streams to talk to them. So because I feel they deserve more credit what they do.
Agreed.
Because I feel like some characters wouldn't be as iconic without their voices, and I mean, there's many I could say. Like for example, Darth Vader to me wouldn't be as iconic as he is without James Earl Jones' voice.
Absolutely.
And of course, another example for me is, of course, my favorite character of all time, Optimus Prime, would not be as iconic as he is without the voice of Peter Cullen.
Of course.
Yeah,
You know,
a
he came
fellow
to Canada,
Canadian.
Peter Cullen.
Yeah, he's a fellow Canadian, Maria. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But anyway, he came to, what was it? To the Expo Fan. That's it.
Wow. That's so awesome. I'd love to meet Peter Cullen. Yeah, I'd really love to. And as well, I also as well think as well that of course Batman would not be so iconic without the voice of Kevin Conroy. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, in my opinion, guys, Kevin Conroy is the greatest Batman ever, the greatest Batman of all time. No example of someone who we lost way too soon.
In voice acting or in?
He's the greatest Batman in general.
In general.
In general?
Yeah, in my opinion, better than the live action actors for Batman. I think he's the greatest Batman ever, and we unfortunately, of course, lost him way too soon as well. So yeah, rest in peace, Kevin.
I have a soft spot for Michael Keaton as Batman.
I mean, he's great. I love Michael Keaton as Batman.
Yeah.
See, that's why, you know, I want to, you know, get voice actors on here to talk to them, and because I feel that some characters, you know, they wouldn't be as iconic as they are without these voices, and I think these voices deserve more credit. So I want them to have lots of attention.
Agreed.
Yeah. And I also don't love how many of our guests have been really grateful with their time for us, because I mean, for example, they spend quite a lot of time talking to us. I mean, one example is JB Blanc, the actor and casting director for several games, because he actually spent nearly the whole stream talking to us, even after stream too, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So I love how he did that, and really nice.
Yeah, he spent a long time talking to us.
Really long time.
That's so cool.
And then also as well, early this year we also spoke to as well. In fact, on New Year's Eve, actually, we spoke to Mike Pollard, the voice of Dr. Eggman in Sonic, and he spent a lot of time talking to us. And that was on New Year's Eve, and he was like in a hotel, weren't he? So yeah, he spent, you know, that time talking to us when he could have been, you know, celebrating New Year's Eve, but he spoke to us on New Year's Eve.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is really nice for him to do that.
It's like, because that means like that you as the consumer, or like, that you are important. You're not dissed off like some other people do that, like some actors.
Yeah. And then of course as well, one interview as well that we also did, which I was definitely very anticipating for, and we worked really hard to do, was also a Tata Shaw. And what I also really appreciate about Fred is that while he was talking to us, he was actually on holiday with his family, but he still spent some time talking to us while he was on holiday. So I love how he did that.
And it was worth every second.
It was, absolutely. I mean, I might say it's probably my favourite out of our streams so far with voice actors. And then also as always spoke to Keith Sharp-Biker, another voice actor as well. And he was definitely really nice to talk to as well, and was very classy, I must say too. And also as well, Richard Epker. Yeah, Richard Epker was awesome. I love talking to Richard. And we also as well spoke to Bob Carter, literally a couple of weeks before I moved house. So I was able to talk to Bob, and he was awesome to talk to. And then last week we spoke to Gary, and he was really nice and so awesome to talk to.
Oh, by the way, I completely forgot to say this, Luke, but I wanted to follow up in regards to interviews. Remember I told you, this was in September, so maybe you don't remember, but I was planning to call this actor Christopher Trustwell, who voices in Attack of the Clones, for me to interview him. Remember it?
I think you may have told me. Yeah, I think I do remember you saying to me you want to talk to someone. Yeah, and that's him, is it?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the sad news is he replied with this. He said, "Hi. Thanks for your message, but I'm not really interested to talk about my time on Star Wars, as it was a long time ago. Cheers."
Oh, okay. No problem.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So that's actually I won't be interviewing him.
Wow. Never mind.
But hopefully someone else. You know.
Hopefully. Just don't give up, you know, because you could be talking to anyone, really.
Exactly. Don't get that.
I mean, a couple of years ago, Andy, you talked to Michelle Gorski, didn't you? And she's one of your close friends now, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we gotta meet with her as well sometime. I mean, she lives so close by in
Yeah, go
Santa
for it.
Monica. That's so close here.
Yeah, well, you can go for it, yeah, because she's definitely really awesome, and you got to interview her, and she of course came on the streams too, and she was definitely really nice to talk to.
No, she was a great guest, and
Yeah,
I'm hoping that one time we can get on here again, you know. But she's very busy these days. She says,
Well,
yeah,
that's totally fine, yeah, because she works as a coach, doesn't she?
I think she does, yeah. And I mean, also as a voice actor for a lot of projects, you know, to this day.
Yeah, very busy. So, yeah, I can totally understand that, you know, she probably won't be able to make it to be streamed anytime soon.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely fine. But yeah, these interviews have been so much fun so far, guys. Really fun. And these actors we've spoken to, I love how they've taken time to speak to us. Even brief ones like Vic Chow, for example, because he was only on for a few minutes because he was busy, but he was amazing to talk to about Ready Player One and other things too. Really nice to talk to. Vic Chow was awesome. Even our very first guest, Peter Jessup was also awesome too. Peter Jessup.
Oh yeah. Love him, but
Yeah, he was really nice. We had a lot of fun talking to him, and I definitely felt really, shall I say, starstruck because I never thought I'd have the opportunity to talk to a voice actor, like an actual official voice actor on these streams. It's pretty insane, really. Just brilliant, really.
I think a friend of mine, Danny from Comic and Cosmetics, she interviewed one of the actors from Star Trek Picard Season 3. What was his name? The captain.
The captain?
I don't know if you guys seen not Picard, not Riker. So I don't know if anybody's seen Season 3 of Picard. It's the oldest season.
I haven't.
I haven't gone to that point yet. I haven't gone to Picard Season 3 yet. I'm still watching Next Gen at this point.
Okay. Well, I think Season 3 is the only one worth watching of Picard. The other ones are just like super woke and political, oriented, stuff like that. Yeah. Just a fair warning. I mean, watch it if you want to, but you're not missing anything. Season 3, I think, was amazing.
I'm planning on just watching the entire thing, see what I think of the two seasons.
Sure.
I mean, I heard great things about this third season, so it makes me looking forward to seeing it.
Hang on a second. Season 3. I'm looking up the cast. So she interviewed Todd Stashwick.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. He was, she was able to get him on her stream, and he said he was just a blast.
That's cool.
That was so cool.
Yeah, very lucky to have opportunity. Very lucky.
I was able to see him on, I think it was a Friday at the Fan Expo. Because Saturday was just insane. I mean, Saturday, Hayden Christensen was there.
Oh, wow.
Zachary Levi was there.
Wow.
This guy from Daredevil,
Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox was there. It was like huge names.
Wow.
On Saturday, it was just packed full. It was insane.
I can
so
imagine.
It was like I couldn't even get close to where the stars were. But on Friday, I was able to see Gates McFadden, for example. I was able to talk to her, who is Dr. Crusher, Beverly Crusher.
Oh, wow.
Dr. Beverly Crusher, yeah.
Yeah, I was able to talk to her.
I love her character. Next Generation.
I like it too. I don't understand why there's like so much, controversy over her character. I thought it was great.
And also, this is also one of my backlogs for season 2 because she wasn't there.
No.
Because
I think there was
she
some sort
apparently
of...
got fired for some reason.
Yeah, that's the thing, but we don't know why. The thing is that I was able to get close, and I was able to talk to her for like 5 minutes without paying, because obviously if you want like photos or signed autographs, you have to pay for that. And it's huge money, and it's all cash, and I'm like, I don't have cash, and I don't have money in general, so it's like... But yeah. So my friend Danny says that he was such a blast, very nice guy.
That's awesome. Oh, that's good, Donnie. You got a first 3 years of War Games. Well, they're awesome games, so I think you definitely have a lot of fun with those, Donnie. It's a shame we're on Xbox.
Anyway, guys.
Yeah, Maria?
I'm sorry, but I gotta get going.
Oh.
It's
well,
time again.
Well, it's been amazing talking to you again, Maria. Always been a pleasure, as always. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for taking your time to come on to see us, yeah?
You know that I try to.
Yeah, and you're welcome to join whenever you want to. Just pop in and say hi, and you're welcome.
So awesome. Thank you.
And so, anyway, I'll see you then.
Yeah,
see you.
You take care. You take care, Maria. Thank you so much for being here.
You all take care and be safe out there, huh?
I'll try.
Yeah, we will. We will see you next time.
See you next time.
Hopefully next week.
Hopefully, yeah.
Next week I'll be out.
Oh, okay.
I'll be on vacation, but on the following week, I'll try to be on.
No worries.
Okay,
that's fine. Okay. Absolutely fine.
Absolutely awesome.
All right then.
Right. See you soon, Maria. Take care.
Take care.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss her already.
Yeah.
Oh, did Maria?
Yeah, she had to leave. Yeah, she had to go. She had to, yeah.
Oh, that's. Yeah, I missed
her already.
Yeah, we always miss her already, don't we, guys? Yeah, she's always worth talking to every second of it. And while we're talking, of course, Susie is still sleeping on there. She's probably
adorable.
Yeah, she's probably gonna be here for ages, isn't she? I think. So yeah. Oh yeah, and Shadow, I don't know if you've seen Gary's tweet on it, but he said that that Doctor Who is still dead based on an anniversary special. Yeah, because
I mean something I don't know.
Yeah, Doctor Who is definitely a dead franchise now, isn't it? It's really dead. And so, and Shadow, did you hear they posted like a Children in Need video with Davros?
Oh God.
And you know what's so dumb, Shadow, is they've literally retconned the origin of the Daleks.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, because for some reason Davros isn't in his life support chair that he sits in. He's like a fully human, and he's created like a Dalek, but like he created a Dalek in a story with Tom Baker called Genesis of the Daleks when he was already in the chair. So I don't understand why they're doing it again. And what's dumb is this new Doctor played by David Tennant interferes with and gives the Daleks their manipulation arm. He's responsible for them having that apparently, but like what? They've always had.
Okay. So we're just gonna make the Doctor the bad guy now, okay?
Yeah, it would seem so. And what's weird is, Davros sees that the assault claw has been replaced by the manipulator arm, but rather than like question the scientist about it, he simply says, "I like it."
Oh, okay. I gotta be honest with you here. This is literally worse than Timeless Children.
Yeah, it's stupid. They've literally retconned one.
He thought that the Doctor Who can get any worse.
And this is actually just a short 4-minute video too as well, and it's retcon Genesis of the Daleks, one of the best stories of a classic series ever.
4 minutes and already it's worse than Timeless Children.
Yeah, it's cool for sure. Like I don't know why people are praising because I think it's beyond stupid. And Davos doesn't even look like Davos, and he looks like a knockoff of Tarkin. Looks like Tarkin.
Oh,
And what's worse, Shadow, is they actually got Julian Bleach to play him in that as well. They got Julian Bleach back as him.
no.
I even though I've never watched Doctor Who, I'm a big fan of Julian Bleach as an actor.
What's he been in, Alexander, that you know him for?
Well, I know him for being Mr. Sowerbury in the 2009 Oliver play that they did.
Yeah, well, I of course know him for playing Davos in Doctor Who, the creator of the Daleks. That's my favourite role of Julian Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does a really great job playing Davros. So definitely a very unrecognisable role, I must say, of his, because the character's literally like a deformed humanoid who's in like a life support chair, which is basically half a Dalek chair, bottom of a Dalek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know, look, based on what you just told me about this 4-minute travesty, makes me more excited to check out the older seasons.
Yeah,
of Doctor Who.
Yeah, the old Doctor Who is miles better than, you know, current day Doctor Who. And it's just amazing in an appalling way how the old stuff, even from the 1960s, is better than this. Much better. But yeah, I'm just really angry with it. They retcon one of the best stories from the classic series, which I loved when I was a kid.
And I also noticed how they got David Bradley back as the first Doctor again for some reason.
Yeah, we did. Which I think was a dumb move, have a wasting his time. Because David Bradley's a legend. Love David Bradley. Great actor.
Yeah, David is too good for this show now.
Yeah, he is. And I think it's just, you know, dumb of he got him back in it, you know. But I will say though that he was definitely one of those examples of when you can get an actor to play, you know, like a recast and nail it, just like the original actor did in terms of the personality and mannerisms.
Yeah, I love David as William Hartnell.
I mean, did you see a special Shadow called An Adventure in Space and Time?
Well, not exactly, but I did see the first time he played the first Doctor.
What?
Season 12.
Yeah, with Capaldi.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously he of course returned to a show playing the first Doctor, but you know when we did a David Doctor, the 50th anniversary special.
Yeah.
They also released this other special called An Adventure in Space and Time, which was basically a biopic about how Doctor Who began. And David Bradley the actor who plays the first Doctor, William Hartnell. He played him in that, and it showed how the show began and how they filmed it, really.
Nice.
And I must say, they definitely casted a really good actor for William to play an actor playing a character. Imagine that, an actor playing an actor who's playing a character. Which I think is brilliant, and they did a really great job with it, in my opinion. And so, yeah, David Bradley was definitely great as the first Doctor as well. I mean, the only thing which I think makes him different to William Hartnell is probably his voice, because William Hartnell's voice was quite deep in the first when he played with Doctor, but David Bradley's voice is a bit raspy in comparison a little bit. But he's still a great casting, though.
Yeah.
And so, Alexander, when it comes to David Bradley, have you got through all of his David Bradley?
David Bradley, is that the Harry Potter actor?
He played Filch, Filch, the caretaker.
Yeah, Mr. Filch.
Argus Filch.
Yeah. What is the question again?
Have you?
Which one is my
Your favorite role of David Bradley. Your favorite role of his.
Well, I recall really enjoying him in the Captain America movie.
Oh yeah, the Church Keeper.
Yeah. We played the Norwegian caretaker.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, the Church Keeper. Yeah.
But let me actually look at his filmography to see if there's anything else.
And I do love Oh, they were bloody. He spoke perfect Norwegian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's-
very, very talented. And if you want to see him be a badass, Shadow, I'd recommend The Strain as well, because he plays my favorite role of his in that show, actually, because he's a badass and he hunts vampires.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, definitely.
and I really
I'll
love,
definitely watch that.
yeah, his story in the show was definitely really great. And one thing that kept me going watching the show, because I feel like the show declined in quality a bit of a strain, especially in the last season, but I think his character kept me going because I loved his story. That's what I'll say. And so, but he's a great actor, Bradley, and I, of course, also really loved him in Game of Thrones as well. I mean Alexander, would you say that Filch is a character you're not really a fan of because he's mean?
No, I enjoy Filch. I think he's an interesting character and very interestingly portrayed too. And
Well,
obviously,
I mean, let me say this, right? You know, if any you guys think that Filch is, you know, a bit scary, you will hate Walder Frey, who he plays in Game of Thrones, because he is frightening.
And yeah, he was also responsible for you know what.
Yeah, if you've seen series 3, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Walder Frey, despite not really playing much in Game of Thrones, he was just such a great character. But I will say, though, his defeat is also very satisfying too. If you upset about what happened in Series 3, then wait to see Series 6, because it's very satisfying what happens to his character. Very satisfying. That's cool, George. You got Genesis of Daleks on a VHS. That's cool. Yeah, that story is amazing. And one of them, I mean, a lot of people say it's the best Dalek story of all time, and I can definitely see why, because that story is phenomenal. And Shadow, just out of curiosity, have you got a favorite companion of a Doctor?
Oh, well, I do love Rose.
Oh yeah, I love Rose. Yeah, I mean, I think without her, we wouldn't have helped. She wouldn't have helped, you know, allowed this. I mean, I think without Rose, the franchise wouldn't have kicked off properly. To be honest, you know, when it came back in 2005.
And yeah, I also do love Captain Harkness.
Oh yeah, I love Captain Jack. Oh yeah, Shadow. You know how people are saying that old Doctor Who wasn't, you know, like current day Doctor Who? Well, guess what?
What?
Captain Jack's gay, and he's a great character. So yeah, back in the 2000s, guys, they included, you know, like LGBT in Doctor Who, and they executed it perfectly. So for anyone who's saying that Doctor Who wasn't, you know, like it is nowadays, where it includes, you know, all these themes and whatever in its old days, well, you're wrong, because we include it with Captain Jack. And I really love Captain Jack.
Yeah. And another companion I love is Amy.
Oh, yeah, Amy was great too, yeah. Before I saw her as Nebula, that was my favourite role of Karen Gillan, actually. And
but yeah, when it comes to my least favorite companion for Vogue, for sort of go Vogue, I think I have to go with Donna.
I mean, my least favorite companions are Ryan and Yaz.
Yeah, but I was just saying, if I were to choose my least favorite before the show got woke, then I would say Donna.
Well, she was before Amy Pond, Shadow.
Yeah.
So, and the show began when Walk in 2020, didn't it? So this was way before it went Walk. I mean, I think the show was dying when, of course, you know, Geordie came along, because Geordie to me is the worst Doctor ever.
Ugh.
That's when the show became Doctor Woke, if you will. And if people are going to be saying to me, you know, the Doctor Who didn't have, you know, diversity back in the early 2000s, well, guess what? Martha Jones and Mickey Smith. Duh. You know what I mean?
Yep. They were both black.
Yeah, and compared to Ryan and Yaz, who are just such annoying companions, Martha and Mickey are actually likable and well written. I mean, have great stories, great developments, very likable too.
Yeah, and also when it comes to more companions that I love, that's Wilfred.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Bernard Cribbins. I was well sad when he died last year.
Oh man, such a
great character. Yeah, we lost him. It was very sad when he passed away. Yeah, recently. I think it was last year or this year when he died, weren't it? I think lost him. It was very sad. Yeah, it was last year in July, unfortunately.
July 21st.
Yeah, in July, sadly. So it's very sad that he's gone, but apparently he's in this special, so yeah, that's something that he did.
Say, it is honestly hard for me to choose what my favorite companion is.
Because there is many great ones, really, but I have like a soft spot for Rose because she helped, of course, bring the show back, didn't she?
Yeah. And the two more companions that I love is Nardole and River. Oh yeah,
Nardole was so funny. Matt Lucas is a legend, and River's also really cool too, and definitely really cool. It's a shame we're probably not going to see her again in the show, really, to be honest. But you know what? Alex Kingston dodging a bullet, though. I'll say that she's dodging a bullet.
And also, she's an example of a strong female character.
Exactly. That's just back when they used to write good characters. Now it's just garbage. And so yeah, Doctor Who to me is a dead franchise, and I'll definitely be covering it in Old is Better Than New when I start my series in December. But the first thing I'll be covering, guys, is Star Wars movies.
Yep.
I mean, one thing that I've picked up on when it comes to the directors of Star Wars is that the cast and crew had so much fun working with George Lucas, didn't they? When I see the behind the scenes of it, they have so much fun. They have a great laugh with George, and they have lots of fun playing their characters. You can tell that a lot of effort and thought was put onto the films with George, but without him, though, it just all goes wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the sequel Trashology and also as well the show too, because I mean, Alexander, you've showed me behind the scenes of Kenobi, haven't you? And you think that there wasn't much fun with the actors, was there, compared to when we worked with George, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't think the director was on at all, in my opinion. Deborah Chow, I think she didn't seem like she was enjoying the process too much, to be honest.
Yeah, and look what she's done, because she's created what I'd say is the worst Star Wars show of all time, directing it. Yeah, the worst Star Wars show ever. Yeah. I mean, I say it's the worst one because it of course retconned what George wanted for the franchise, and how it was so cheap as well. Like, I don't understand why they use like different budgets for the shows. Like, why? Like, they should use an equal amount on all of them, like an equal good amount.
Yeah, but Kill the Show was turning Obi-Wan into a coward.
Yeah, ruined Obi-Wan a lot. Yeah,
and there was made it into a complete idiot as well.
Yeah, that's what I've heard about it. Yeah, and a coward. And I also personally think that the AI voice for Darth Vader sucks in Kenobi as well.
It's trash.
Shadow, there's like a sound of movements at your end. Don't know what that is, but yeah. So I just think it's stupid how they use different budget for it. Like I think it made that show stand out in a bad way because it has such a low budget and looks so cheap and rubbish. Like, I don't know what happened, and I also say cheap because the CGI for the aging also sucks in my opinion too as well for Kenobi.
But I also think it's not all about the budget, because I think even on the budget they had, if Deborah Chow was a better director, she could have made those fight scenes far better. But she chose to make them in a dark environment with these very boring, shaky camera shots.
Yep, unfortunately.
She could have done it differently, even with that budget. She could have done it much better. She didn't. That was her creative choice, which was not a good choice in my opinion.
Yeah, it was stupid. It really, the camera work in the prequels, which were directed by George, were far better in terms of the camera work and the visuals than Kenobi.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is just appalling. Yeah, Ron McDowell, AI is just a bad idea when replacing an actor. I think it's really dumb how they're using AI when we have these voice actors readily available, and that's why I want to talk to them, because I think they ought to deserve more credit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because I don't know if you heard, Alexander, when we're talking to me because you're on mute, but I said that I want to talk to voice actors the most on these streams because I think they deserve more credit these days. Yeah, that's why I like to talk to them. And what I will say, guys, is when it comes to Lego Dimensions 2, if I was to make that game, I would not be including any AI voices whatsoever at all. I would not do that. So, for example, I would definitely include, for example, Christopher Reeve's Superman universe in the game. And of course, when it comes to Superman himself, because we unfortunately lost Christopher Reeve in 2004, rest in peace to him. Obviously, of course, he can't reprise his role as him because he's no longer with us. But, however, though, so instead of using AI to use his voice or giving ugly CGI like him a flush, for example, I would bring back Brandon Routh as him. Because I think Brandon Routh is a very good substitute, in my opinion, for playing his version of Superman because of his amazing resemblance to Christopher Reeve in terms of likeness and his voice mannerisms as well, so I must say. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, he was great as Superman. Underrated.
Very underrated, yeah. And I think he deserves a chance to play him again. And also, if any of you guys didn't like the Crisis Infinite Earth crossover in Arrowverse, don't worry, because I'm not going to acknowledge him in the series. Definitely not. Because I'm one of those people, guys, that on Infinite Earth crossover. I think it's terrible, in my opinion. The crossover absolutely sucks to me. And episode 4, of course, my opinion on that's not aged well because unfortunately there's a cameo appearance by my more hated actor in it as well, sadly.
Oh.
Indeed, yeah, very unfortunate.
And it also sucks that I actually used to like the cameo.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was the best cameo for the whole crossover because we had no idea about it when it was being made, about crossover.
And I also feel bad for Kevin Conroy.
Oh God, yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, like I can't believe they had him playing a Bruce Wayne who was unlikable and just a villain. Like, oh my God, how could you do that to my favorite Batman and Bruce Wayne of all time, right there? You give him a chance to play Bruce Wayne in live action, and you make him play an unlikable version of a character, just ridiculous. Because apparently, Shadow, this Bruce Wayne actually killed Superman as well, Oh,
for God's sake.
Indeed. Yeah, it's very unfortunate, really, what happened. So, yeah, I feel so bad for Kevin, I really do. And there's probably like only a fair few positives I could say about that crossover. I mean, some of the cameos are okay, I will say that. I mean, Brandon Routh to me was probably the best part of the whole crossover as Superman, in my opinion. I mean, he was so good in his appearance that I actually wouldn't have minded him getting his own show, guys. Wouldn't have minded him getting his own show, actually. And also as well, I did also as well love how there was cameo appearance from Burt Ward as Dick Grayson in the first episode. But sadly, it's only one line, and he gets killed by the Wipeout as well of the multiverse, unfortunately.
What a joke.
Yeah, indeed. Poor Burt Ward.
So you're just gonna kill off one of the most iconic Robins of all time, okay?
I mean, he's my favorite live action Robin. Oh, Lily's here. Oh, Lily. Susie's sleeping. Please don't disturb her. Yeah, Lily's joined us, guys, for company. Lily, come here. Oh, here she is, guys. You see her? Stroking her right now.
Oh.
Yeah, she's wonderful company. Yeah. If you're wondering, Alexander, ever since I moved, Susie's, friendship with me has got better and better.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, she's very affectionate, and she spends pretty much a whole day in my room every day, really. And So yeah, I guess you can say my cat's my best friends. And also as well, when it comes to Robin, but in Lego Dimensions 2, though, guys, rather than make him an old man like he was in his camera appearance in Christ and Infinite Earths, I'd make him and Batman young again, you know, like how they are on the show.
That's great.
And because we unfortunately lost Adam West in 2017, I would still get, I'd get someone who sounds like Adam West to voice Batman in that. I mean, I could probably use clips like about Phoebe on Gotham, maybe, as well. I mean, if you guys know any impressionists on YouTube who do a good impression of Adam West, I'd love to hear their impressions of him. I know Brock Baker did an impression of Adam West at one point, so I thought it was pretty good what he said. So yeah, I could have get him to voice him. Indeed, yeah, Burt Ward still sounds youthful, even though he's getting on a bit, Burt Ward, isn't he? And it's really amazing how several actors can age, but their voices can still sound so youthful. It's pretty cool, really. Yeah, Burt Ward's definitely one of them, and I think one example as well for me is probably Josh Keaton, you know, Spider-Man. That's what I'll say, really. And so, also as well, I think also James Arnold Taylor as well. He can sound like a convincingly young because his natural speaking voice is pretty youthful, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
And I think as well, also Frank Welker, because he's of course in his 70s now, guys, but he can still sound like Fred Jones, just a convincingly young character to this day. Like
That's incredible.
Yeah, Frank Welker's got an amazing vocal range because he can do, of course, Fred from Scooby-Doo, which is his regular speaking voice, and also as well, of course, Transformers, you know, Megatron and Soundwave, which are totally different voices to how he sounds in real life and stuff like that. Lily, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Here she is. Here's Lily. It's a shame that Maria left because I could show Lily to her. Aww. So precious. Yeah. Yeah, but I've been meaning to check out, you know, those animated, you know, direct-to-video Batman films with Adam West and Burt Ward in. I'd love to watch those two films. I especially want to watch the second one because, you know, William Shatner's also in it as Two-Face, and also because that's Adam West's final film as well, before he died. So I'd love to check that out.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching for all those three.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's interesting is that, you know, William Shatner didn't even play Two-Face in, you know, the live-action series which the films are based on. So, yeah, but he's actually voicing him in this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I love Frank Welker's Curious George. Curious George is part of my childhood. I watched the film when I was a kid and bits of the show too. Yeah, Frank Welker is very talented. You know, playing all different kinds of voices and animal sound effects too, which is brilliant. The same thing also applies to the Bradley Baker as well. And also as well, Shadow, Frank Welker was also asked what his thoughts were on the Garfield movie a couple of years ago when it was announced, and he said that while he's disappointed that he didn't get to reprise his role in the film, he said that he loves Chris Pratt.
Wait, Frank Welker was the original guy?
He was.
Respect for him.
Yeah,
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I believe he was. Yeah, you know, back in the old Garfield stuff, you know, before Bill Murray voiced in Alexander and Moore's movies.
I had no clue. I had no clue about that. That's news to me.
Yeah, so when Frank, of course, was, you know, asked about the movie, you know, he said that while he was disappointed that he couldn't voice him in the movie, he said that he loves Chris Pratt.
Yeah, mad respect for him for that.
I mean, who doesn't love Chris Pratt? Chris Pratt's a legend.
Always will be my favorite actor ever.
And I'm definitely very excited for the Garfield movie. I think it's going to be good, you know, guys.
Yeah, I think it would be a pleasant surprise.
I think it will be. I mean, look at Mario. We were worried about it's not going to be good, but I love Mario.
Me too.
So I might love Garfield, and I can trust Chris Pratt to do a good job playing Garfield too as well. And what I will say, guys, like I said when we did the trailer, is but even if the film is not good or it could be good, I will definitely watch the film mainly for Chris Pratt and for Samuel L. Jackson.
Same here.
Yeah, that's the main reason, and also for the rest of the cast too, like Ving Rhames, for example, and others too as well. I think he'll be good too. Yeah, Chris Pratt, I have faith in because he's a great actor. Yeah, I think Frank could probably have a cameo in the Garfield movie. I mean, imagine if he played like another cat, pass him a torch or something like that. I mean, we did it with Charles Martinet in the Mario movie, so we could do it to Frank Welker as like another cat in the film, talking to Garfield.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite things in films, guys. One of my favorite cliches in films is passing the torch. I just love that cliche. And sometimes they execute them really well. These cliches, they're doing really well. I mean, Shadow, you know when you saw Django Unchained, and you as well, Alexander, how did you two react to the cameo appearance by Franco Nero in the film? How did you two react to that scene?
1 second.
Franco Nero, Italian actor.
Let me try to remember Franco. Franco Nero, right? Yes. 1 second.
Yeah, he has a cameo. He has a cameo in Django Unchained, Alexander.
Oh, did
Yeah.
he? I forgot about that.
Which I definitely think is one of the best examples of when an actor passes the torch to another actor.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. So Shadow, how did you react to that scene?
Man, it's I don't really remember.
Basically, Franco's character asks Django, "What's your name and how do you spell it?" And then Django spells out his name, and then he says the D is silent, and then of course Franco's character then says, "I know." And that, of course, was a reference to that was definitely a pretty cool reference right there to Franco, because he played a character called Django in the 1966 movie Django, which of course Django Unchained is inspired by, and I definitely love a Django film from the 60s.
I mean, I didn't even know it was Franco when I first saw the movie. So
yeah, I mean, the thing is, lots of people weren't even aware of who he was, and you know what kind of about was supposed to be, unless of course you're a diehard Western fan, like I would consider myself to be nowadays. I've seen lots of Wild West movies these days, and I hope to watch more of them as well. But speaking of, films that didn't need sequels for, who I wish I would prefer to be on my own, you'll be pleased to know, Shadow, that tomorrow I'll be filming in my video on why Train to Busan didn't need a sequel.
Nice. Can't wait for that one.
Yeah. And I think the week after I'll also cover why, in my opinion, The Karate Kid didn't need a sequel either. Well, 2 sequels, that is. And of course a remake.
Yep.
And if you guys are going to be asking me, what are my thoughts on this upcoming one with, Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio being in it, my answer to that is not interested.
I just don't care.
Yeah, because Karate Kid to me is a franchise that should have been just one movie, to be honest. And because Jackie Chan's going to be in it as Mr. Han, they're actually connecting, that remake to Ralph Macchio's films. Like, are you serious?
No, you can't do that.
Oh, God. Oh. Like, that's just ridiculous, really. And I also like to pretend that Karate Kid's only one film, because I think, that Karate Kid 4, the next Karate Kid, is one of the worst films of all time, in my opinion. The next Karate Kid, I think it's one of the worst films of all time. Alexander, when it comes to franchises, that you're aware of, is there any examples of a franchise that you have not seen personally, like at all, but you're aware of mainly because of like internet memes?
A lot. A lot of them.
Oh, wow.
Those franchises.
I mean, I mean, before you got into watching Breaking Bad, would you say that you were aware of the franchise because of a meme on the internet about it?
Yeah. Especially you were also constantly tweeting, with iconic Walter White quote.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. Yeah. Yeah, Breaking Bad is definitely a massive source of memes. Really is, and I've also noticed that lots of Star Wars quotes are memes, especially from Revenge of the Sith for some reason.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, apparently, Patrick's told us also on these streams before that the memes are also why he knows what Breaking Bad is too. So you're not the only one, Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool, really, how you can be aware of a franchise, despite not having seen it, but you're aware of it because of jokes about it, which is pretty funny. And that's why, of course, in my Old versus New series, the thumbnail for videos will, of course, be the meme of Drake, the rapper, covering up something, saying, no, I don't want this, but the other one where it's like, thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that as like the thumbnail for Old versus Better Than New. So
that's a good idea.
Yeah. So, for example, for one where it's talking about Star Wars films, I'd have a thumbs up one for the originals and the prequels, but for no, I don't want this, it'll be for the sequels.
Yeah.
And Alexander, from what you've of course seen of Breaking Bad, would you say that despite being quite an old show, that it's better than today's TV?
Well, definitely that's better than some TV. I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Revenge of the Sith to me is the darkest Star Wars movie of all time. It's so dark, so I can see why people want to be cheered up from it. I mean, that was actually the first Star Wars film to be rated 12 for me in the UK. Actually, before then, the films were rated Universal and PG in the UK.
I'm gonna be back.
No worries, Alexander.
See you.
Oh, John. So, Shadow, while you were on mute, I was asking Alexander, is there a franchise that you have not seen any of the films or like episodes of a TV show for, but you're aware of it because of memes?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
I mean, before you got into Breaking Bad, for example, would you say that you are aware of it because of the memes?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's lots of memes on the internet, which is pretty funny. And apparently, yeah, it helps make the show be more popular. But then again, though, I think when the memes began to rise for Breaking Bad, the show was still relevant because of Better Call Saul airing. Because obviously the fans will be keeping in mind that, Better Call Saul will lead to Breaking Bad, won't it?
Yeah.
And they did a really good job of it because I never expected, for Better Call Saul last season to tie into the event after Breaking Bad for, Saul, when he's, of course, the character called Gene Takovic.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty cool how they actually had scenes taking place after Breaking Bad in the series, and especially in the last series.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
Yeah, that was definitely a very nice touch. Definitely caught me off guard. It was a very nice surprise. And Better Call Saul was definitely an example of, like, a current day show that was actually good and, didn't go woke, thankfully.
Yeah, that's another thing I appreciate a lot.
Yeah, Vince Gilligan's a legend for doing that. And my love for him increased even more when he criticised AI as well recently. He definitely has a right to criticise it because AI nowadays is going really bad. Really bad.
That's the thing, it's a joke.
Yeah, it's a total joke. And I think it's harmful too as well. Really harmful. Because it's making people make a run for their money, isn't it, really? Actors and all that. It's actually makes me surprised that the strike ended because I wanted to go on for as long as possible, the strike. And so they can agree to have actors play roles, really, and not recast them with AI voices.
Yeah. I think it is very disrespectful to the actors.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, that Sound Alike can help continue the legacy of those who are no longer with us too, because they can do a good impression of those who we lost, can't they?
Yeah.
So why not just do that? I mean, one example of an actor who is helping continue a legacy of like an animated character for me is Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, because we of course unfortunately lost Casey Kasem several years ago, but I think Matthew Lillard has helped continue Shaggy, and it's because of Matthew that I don't want Shaggy to have an AI voice. Because
there's no need.
yeah, because Matthew, in my opinion, sounds exactly like Casey. It's hard to tell it's not Casey, in my opinion. At least for my opinion, that is, you know. I don't know what you guys think. So yeah. And of course, Matthew also earned respect for me because he confirmed to us that the Five Nights at Freddy's film was made for FNAF fans. He confirmed it. It was made for fans.
Yeah, I kind of imagine that.
I mean, when you hear the audience reactions on YouTube channel, you can tell people cheering. So, and of course, you can confirm that your audience was the best one you've been in since Endgame, weren't it? It felt like Endgame again, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Which is awesome. And yeah, Matthew confirmed that the film was made for the fans. So yeah, the cast and crew for FNAF have my absolute respect for making that film for the fans and not for the critics. Because at the end of the day, right, you know, when you're making a film, it should be the fans that you're targeting as the audience, because they're the ones who, of course, are paying money to see the film, aren't they? So you should make it for them, not for critics.
Exactly.
Yeah, these days, guys, when a film gets bad reviews from critics, it actually makes me excited for it, because it might be a good film, like Mario, for example.
And Good Burger too.
What, do I have bad reviews from critics, Shadow?
It did. It's just like a 5 out of 10 rating.
Jeez, but I see that you, Ozzy, the Mund, and Lucky Nerd, you guys all gave it the same score, didn't you? 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we give it a 10 out of 10. It's a great sequel.
That's cool. And you say it's one of your favourite films of this year, would you?
It is.
That's cool.
It's definitely among my top 10.
I can definitely see. You know, I mean, I can see why you'd say it, because, you know, I've heard great things about these, you know, the two movies. And when it comes, of course, to, you know, current day stuff, Shadow, did you check out today's video I posted?
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed it.
Why Terrifier 2 and it's a sequel, and yeah, I absolutely enjoyed that. Because it gave me Terrifier 3 now.
That's what I said in the video, yeah.
Just give me that freaking movie.
Please do. I want to see it so badly. And it's a pity Ozzy isn't here, because yesterday I also filmed a video on why Mario deserves a sequel as well.
It deserves to be a franchise.
Yeah, it does. You know, a big franchise. I think, you know, that film has helped Illumination, you know, be, you know, more popular now, isn't it, nowadays, really? Because I feel like some fans have kind of like gone off Illumination a bit because of the Minions and all that being like a very popular mascot for a franchise, really, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and the fact that they've been done to death at this point.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Being mascots nowadays for them, when we could just move on from them.
Yeah, just do other things.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Mario film is definitely an example of, you know, because if you do it right, you can actually make a good animated film, really. That's proof of it, really. And this Good Burger film, Shadow, is it live action or animated?
It's live action.
Oh, cool. And it's good, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's it is supposed to be fun, like a turn off your brain kind of fun.
Well, I'm sure I'll probably enjoy it, if I ever go and check the two films out. And when it comes to films from this year, which I think deserve sequels, also I'll cover Dungeons and Dragons as well, and I'll cover the animated film Nimona as well. Love to see sequels to that.
That's great.
Because I thought Nimona was good.
Luke, I need to tell you something.
Go ahead, Blaze.
So in 40 minutes, me and Levi will be recording a reaction video, so I'll hop off call.
Oh, no worries,
So
Blaze. Well,
the video should be done in like 20 minutes, and then I'll join back.
No worries, let me know how it goes.
Yeah, we're doing it through Zoom because it can record us, so that'll be
That's
fun.
cool. and also, Blaze, what was your favourite thing I got today?
Oh, Incredible Hulk game, of course.
Yeah, that game was awesome, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
When I first played it, I thought it had the best graphics ever.
I mean, I just look at it now, and I still think it looks really good still.
Yeah, it does. Fantastic for its time. 2008, it looked brilliant.
Also, you can throw a car into the building and it will get stuck.
That's pretty cool detail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I love that. I love that detail.
Very nice.
It's a shame that the developers were forced to make Rise of the Dark Strike.
Oh, I hate that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rise of Darkspark just failed on so many levels, didn't it? Really did.
Yeah, it did.
Like, I think it failed because it was trying to, like, combine, the live action films by Michael Bay with the Rob Salvatron games, and that failed miserably.
Yeah, it did.
Because they're like separate continuities, and it doesn't make any sense how you bring them all together. And I might also add that the graphics also suck as well in the game.
Even on PS4, it sucked.
Yeah, tell me about it. 'Cause I've seen like comparison videos of it with older games too, and like, I mean, my favorite Transformers game of all time, Fallout Cybertron's like not even on PS4, and that looks stunning compared to Rise of Darkspark.
Yeah.
That's just appalling. And so I don't understand why it went so wrong. I mean, the voice acting voice is decent, I will say. I mean, obviously you have Peter Cullen in the game, and also Fred Tatasciore, among others as well.
And then we got Chris Jai White.
What? Yeah, Drift.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
he was okay, but
he was
wasn't
alright.
the best.
I mean, my favorite Drift, of course, is Ken Watanabe.
Oh yeah.
My favorite Japanese actor of all time. Have you guys got a favorite Japanese actor as well?
I'll go with Hiroyuki Sanada.
Hiroyuki Sanada?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hiroyuki's awesome. Blaze, have you got a favorite Japanese actor?
So far only voice actor, which is Kenta Miyate, and I mean, technically it's voice acting, so Harada as well.
What? Well, the Tekken creator.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. My favorite Japanese voice actor would have to be Tesso Genda, who I, of course, know for being the Japanese voice for people like Peter Cullen, Kevin Conroy, Arnie, Samuel L. Jackson, T.C. Carson, among others, which is pretty cool. He's a great voice actor, Tesso Genda, very talented. Oh, guys, my cats sat together. Oh, wow. They're actually, like, sat on the bed together. They're not, like, fighting or anything like that. Look, see? They're, like, sat together. Look at this. On a live stream as well. Never thought I'd see this happen.
Okay, that's adorable.
Yeah, it is.
That is.
It's what I live for as a cat owner. They never did this back in the old house, guys, but ever since they both came to a new house, they've both sat together quite a lot, usually, which is brilliant. I'm like, wow. And I'll also confirm, guys, that when I've seen Killers of the Flower Moon and I've got it on Blu-ray, I'll also definitely post a collection video for my films that I own by Scorsese as well. Because Martin Scorsese is another example of one of my favourite directors, another director who I still trust today as well. And he has my absolute respect these days as well.
Same.
He's an absolute legend. And another director who I also still trust is also as well Francis Ford Coppola as well. I trust him as well. Because he's made lots of great movies that I've seen, and I'm definitely very excited for Megalopolis. It's one of my most anticipated films of next year, actually. Live action wise. Because, like I said on today's podcast, my most anticipated live action film, of course, is Ballerina. But Megalopolis is definitely one of my all-time most anticipated films of next year, though, alongside Ballerina. And I'm also, when it comes to animated territory, of course, my most anticipated film, which is animated, of course, for me is Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'm very hyped. I'm beyond hyped that film, if you will. But I'm also as well definitely very excited for Garfield as well, of course.
Yeah, like I'm looking forward to those films.
Yeah, I can't wait for them, and I guess also as well Dune 2, even though it's been delayed in the first place.
So stupid.
Yeah,
Don't
really
do that.
stupid. I can't believe he did that. And I think also as well, you know, live action wise, what else is coming out next year? That oh yeah, Argyle, the spy movie, Argyle.
That I'm definitely watching.
Yeah, I mean Matthew Vaughn has my respect because he also as well, you know, criticized, you know, superhero films recently, you know, Marvel films in particular, of course. I definitely agree with him what he said about them. How they don't feel like cinema anymore. He's not wrong at all, is he? I mean that's
He's
what
right.
I mean that's what Scorsese said as well, didn't he? Because he said they're not cinema, the theme park rides, aren't they? I mean, I'll say that, you know, I agree with Martin when talking about, you know, after, you know, Infinity Saga, that is. You know, like current day MCU and stuff like that. Because I do love Infinity Saga for the most part. But yeah, also as well, Matthew Vaughn is definitely a really cool director. I mean, I love several of the films I've seen before, you know, like Kick-Ass and Kingsman, stuff like that. And I also think as well that Stardust is to me his most underrated movie, Stardust. And of course, I do also love his X-Men film, X-Men First Class. I love X-Men First Class.
Underrated.
Yeah, real underrated. I mean, my favorite part of that film was definitely Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy. I love those two in the movie, especially Michael Fassbender. I mean, I might say that when it comes to the prequels for X-Men, Michael Fassbender was my favorite part of them, actually.
So yeah, actually.
Because like every single scene of his just made me so excited. It really did. And that's why, guys, I'd regard him as my favorite Irish actor of all time because he's from Ireland. He's my favorite Irish actor, Michael Fassbender. Like, if I was to divide my favorite actor from each of the parts of the United Kingdom, I do it like this. So I've already said Ireland. My favorite, of course, is Michael Fassbender. But when it comes to the UK, though, if I was to go for England, my favorite, of course, is Christopher Lee. And then when it comes to Wales, I'd say Sir Anthony Hopkins. And then for Scotland, I'd say David Tennant. And then for Northern Ireland, Liam Neeson. That's what I picked for each part for the UK.
That's a great list.
Yeah. And Shadow, if you're wondering who I would pick as like a favorite actor from your lovely country of Norway, I definitely have a soft spot for Nikolai Coster-Waldau. You know, Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
Great actor. I think he's underrated, Nikolai Coster-Waldau. And so, and of course, guys, my favorite actor from Canada is actually my favorite actor, Keanu Reeves, which is pretty cool. What's actually awesome, guys, is that both my favorite actor and voice actor are both from Canada, which is pretty awesome. I love that.
Coincidence.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, really. And they're both sleeping now, guys. Both of them, they're both sleeping. They're such great company when I'm doing these streams and they're both sleeping. I love that. When it comes to Canada, Shadow, have you got a favorite Canadian actor?
Well, I will have to go with Peter Cullen for our favorite Canadian voice actor.
Cool.
And Keanu Reeves for.
Same as me. That's awesome. And have you got a favorite English actor, Shadow?
That's Christopher Lee.
Yeah, same for me. And also, guys, if you guys were to ask me who's my favorite actor who is gay, I'll definitely go with Ian McKellen.
Me too.
Yeah. And if you guys were to also ask me who's my favorite voice actor who's gay, I'd go for Kevin Conroy.
Same here.
Yeah, rest in peace. See, Don's here. Welcome, Don.
Welcome, Don.
Nice to see you here, Dom. How's your week been?
Doing good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All to be here, and Don, you'll also be pleased to know that this week I managed to get Oppenheimer on Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 'cause I saw it yesterday, and I thought it was an absolute masterpiece, and Chris definitely delivered once again. He really did. And yeah, Chris Nolan's also another example of a director still trust today as well, guys.
And he also has my respect for what he said about streaming services.
Yeah, he's not wrong, is he? Because like, if say for example Netflix shuts down, we'll lose all those great exclusives. We can't get on physical media, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what example of something that I want to get on physical media, you know, in case the service shuts down, is probably Stranger Things, is, you know, like Seasons, because what if it shuts down, I can't watch Stranger Things anymore. I'm hoping to one day find, you know, like a box set for, for 4 seasons so far. Because Stranger Things to me is one of the greatest shows of all time. It's the reason why I still watch Netflix, actually. And the exclusives as well, I think, are great too. I mean, I hope they release The Killer on Blu-ray, though. I hope they do.
Oh, yes.
I mean, they have released some films from Netflix on physical media. I mean, I have, of course, The Irishman by Scorsese on Blu-ray and a Criterion Collection. And I, of course, also last year got Mitchell vs. Machines on Blu-ray as well, which I absolutely loved.